Ever wish you could have your finger on the pulse of the AI world? Like really know what's up right as it's happening.
Well, get ready because that's exactly what we're diving into today.
OpenAI dropped a whole bunch of updates on October 1st.
A wave of them, really.
And we're going to break it all down.
What it means for you, what you can do with it, the whole 9 yards.
Think faster, cheaper AI, even AI that can work with images now.
Straight from the source, too.
Yeah.
We're talking 4 brand new blog posts, fresh from OpenAI themselves.
Okay, so no stale news here. This is hot off the presses stuff.
Freshly baked AI news. And they cover everything from real-time AI conversations to making those super powerful models, the ones everyone wants to use, actually affordable.
Music to my ears. All right, let's dive in. The Realtime API, that's the big one, right?
It's a game changer, for sure.
Imagine building apps where the AI can respond just as fast as another person would.
Like in a real conversation. No more of that clunky back and forth.
That's what's always tripped up those chatbots, hasn't it?
Exactly. But OpenAI is using GPT-4o to power this, and it's designed to handle interruptions, just like a normal conversation.
Okay, so this isn't like those old chatbots that fall apart if you say, wait, in the middle of a sentence.
Nope, not even close. Think about how you talk to a real person. That's what the Realtime API is going for. All those nuances, all that natural flow, it's a whole new ballgame.
Now, this has got to be huge for things like customer service, right? Imagine those frustrating chatbot experiences becoming a thing of the past.
Absolutely. In fact, OpenAI highlighted this company, Healthify.
Alpha.
Yeah, they're already using the Realtime API in their app. It's a nutrition coaching app.
Oh, interesting.
Users can actually chat back and forth with an AI coach, and it feels, well, shockingly natural. Personalized, too.
Wait, so it's not about replacing human coaches entirely?
Not at all. It's more like how can AI make the experience even better?
I see.
And Healthify's got this cool feature where, if needed, they can actually bring a human dietitian right into the app. So you've got this really seamless blend of AI and human expertise.
Wow, that's really smart. Okay, what other cool uses are we seeing?
Language learning is another big one.
Language learning.
Yeah, picture this. You're practicing your Spanish, right?
Okay.
But you've got this AI that's responding to you in real time, correcting you, helping you along the way.
No way.
There's this company, Speak, they're doing exactly that with their language app. It's pretty amazing.
That's incredible. But how does this real-time API even work? It seems almost too good to be true.
It all comes down to streamlining. Before, you had all these different models for speech recognition, for text generation, text-to-speech, and it was a mess.
Yeah. It's like trying to fit puzzle pieces from different boxes together.
Exactly. But the Realtime API uses this thing called WebSockets. Basically, a direct line between your device and OpenAI's servers.
So it's all happening in one place.
All in one fluid process. That's how they get that human-like response time.
So no more piecing together different AI components like a jigsaw puzzle. It's all integrated now.
Exactly. And that's how they get that smooth, human-like flow to the conversation.
Now, I know they also mentioned something called audio input and output in the chat completions API in these updates. Is that the same thing?
Good catch. They do sound similar. The key difference is speed. The Realtime API, remember, that's all about those lightning-fast responses like you need for a natural back and forth.
Right.
The chat completions API with audio, it's more for situations where speed isn't as crucial. You can still send audio to GPT-4o, get back text, audio, or even both, but it's not designed for those rapid-fire exchanges.
So it's all about choosing the right tool for the job, which makes sense. But get this, OpenAI didn't stop there. They also announced this update called Vision Fine-Tuning, and honestly, it's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Pretty mind-blowing, right? We're talking about teaching AI models using images, not just text. GPT-4o can actually see now.
See?
Well, in a sense. It can process and understand visual information, which opens up a whole new world for AI.
Okay, so we're moving beyond just words now. We're teaching AI to actually interpret the world visually, just like we do.
It's a huge leap, no doubt.
What kind of doors does this open, being able to train AI on images?
Well, think about searching for images using natural language.
Like instead of keywords.
Exactly. Like, find me a photo of a cat wearing a tiny cowboy hat.
Okay, yeah.
But it's bigger than just finding stuff. Imagine training AI to analyze, say, medical images.
Oh, wow.
looking for early signs of disease, things like that, or helping self-driving cars navigate really tricky environments even better than they can now.
So instead of just recognizing a stop sign, it can understand the entire scene and make decisions based on that information.
That's the idea. It's not just seeing, it's understanding. And OpenAI is already working with some big names to make this happen. Grab, for example.
Grab, like the ride-hailing service.
The one and only. They're using vision fine-tuning to beef up their mapping data.
Interesting. How so?
Well, think about places that change quickly, like cities are constantly evolving.
Right. Construction, new roads, all that.
Exactly. Traditional maps, they get outdated fast.
Yeah, they do.
But Grab, they're collecting street-level images from all their drivers, right?
It makes sense. They're all over the place.
And they're using that data with vision fine-tuning to train GPT-4o to recognize what's new.
New what?
Traffic patterns, road closures, even those little construction detours that pop up.
Wow.
And that all feeds into their maps, making them super accurate, totally up to date.
That's really clever, actually. They're using AI to crowdsource real-time mapping data from their drivers just by them doing their jobs.
Pretty ingenious, right?
Did they mention any other companies using vision fine-tuning in the announcement?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's this company, Automat. They build those software robots.
Software robot.
You know, those things that automate tasks on your computer, filling out forms, copying and pasting data, all that.
Got it.
So they use vision fine-tuning to teach GPT-4 to understand what it's seeing on a screen.
Wait, really?
Imagine you could just say, click the button that says submit, and the AI would actually do it.
No way!
No coding, no complicated setup, it just gets it.
That's wild. It's like teaching AI to use a computer, like a person would.
Exactly.
What about that last example they gave, CoFrame? They're doing some cool things with websites, right?
Right, CoFrame. They're all about helping businesses create really great websites, optimizing them, you know. So they're using vision fine-tuning to train GPT-4o to actually generate website code.
No way.
But the kicker is you just give it a visual example of what you want, like a style guide or something.
So instead of having to write out all the code yourself,
You just show it what you want, and it figures it out.
that could be revolutionary for web design, seriously. Making it much easier for anyone to make amazing websites, even if they don't know much about coding.
It's a potential game changer. Now, I know all this sounds pretty complex,
Oh, yeah.
but here's the thing. OpenAI's made vision fine-tuning accessible through their API. Meaning if you've got a developer account, you can start experimenting with this stuff yourself. You don't need to be like Google to do it.
So you don't need a team of AI geniuses and a server farm to teach AI to see.
Nope.
That's amazing.
And to sweeten the deal, they're offering a bunch of free training tokens for a limited time.
Free. Okay, before we go any further, for those of us in the back who might not be fluent in AI jargon yet, what's a token exactly?
Think of tokens like, I don't know, the digital currency of AI.
Okay.
When you send text or an image to the API, it breaks it all down into these tokens, and that's how it processes the information.
The more tokens, the more it costs?
Exactly. So these free tokens, they're a golden ticket for developers to really dive into vision fine-tuning without, breaking the bank.
It's like they're giving away free samples at the AI store.
Sort of. It shows they're serious about making this technology available to everyone.
I like that. Okay, let's shift gears for a minute and talk about another big update, model distillation.
Ah, yes. Model distillation. This one's all about making these powerful AI models, GPT-4o and all.
Yeah.
Making them actually affordable, practical for everyone.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Give us the rundown. What is model distillation and why should we care?
All right. Imagine you've got this massive textbook.
Okay.
And it's on, quantum physics or something.
Right.
Super complicated.
Right.
Packed with information, but also, incredibly dense.
Oh, hard to get through.
Exactly. Now imagine you could distill all that essential knowledge, all the key points, into a much smaller, more digestible study guide.
So you're basically taking this big, complicated AI model and shrinking it down into something more manageable.
Exactly. Large language models like GPT-4, they're amazing, don't get me wrong, but running them, especially at scale,
Right.
You said it. Model distillation takes all that knowledge and packs it into smaller models that are way more cost-effective to run.
That makes a lot of sense. So how does OpenAI factor into this whole model distillation thing?
They've actually built a whole suite of tools for it right into their platform. Makes it surprisingly easy for developers to use.
Okay, nice. What kind of tools are we talking about here?
So they have this thing called stored completions, which is super cool.
Stored completions. Okay, what is that?
Think of it like a notebook, but for your AI.
A notebook.
Yeah, so it automatically keeps track of all those inputs and outputs from your AI.
So every time you give it a prompt and it generates a response.
It remembers. So for example, let's say you're using GPT-4o for, I don't know, generating creative writing prompts. Stored completions will keep a record of all those prompts and the responses that GPT-4o came up with.
Like building a library of past AI interactions.
Exactly. And this data, it becomes super valuable for model distillation.
So you're saying all that data from stored completions, that's what we use to teach the smaller model, right?
You got it. Think back to that textbook example.
Okay.
Stored completions, that's like the source material for your condensed study guide. You're basically taking all that juicy data and using it to train a smaller model, say GPT-4o mini or something, to perform just as well as the bigger, more expensive model, but only on those specific tasks, of course.
That's really cool, like taking all the knowledge from the expert and giving it to, well, not the student exactly, but...
A smaller, more efficient version of the expert.
Right. But what about those other things you mentioned? Evils and fine-tuning.
Right, so evils, those are OpenAI's way of making sure that study guide is actually legit. Think of it like a testing system built right in.
To see if this smaller model can still pass the test.
Exactly. Even though it's working with the condensed version of the material and fine-tuning, that's where you take that smaller model and really customize it.
So you're taking a general purpose AI and giving it specialized knowledge for a specific job.
Exactly. Using a specific data set, which in this case could come from those stored completions. It's all connected.
This is blowing my mind a little bit, but is this only for the hardcore AI developers, or can anyone with a laptop give this a try?
That's the best part. OpenAI has made model distillation super accessible right through their platform. They even give you some free training tokens to get started.
So anyone can play around with this, no matter their skill level.
Pretty much.
I love it. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. The real-time API for those crazy fast AI conversations, vision fine-tuning for AI that can see and process images, model distillation for making powerful AI affordable.
Don't forget about prompt caching, our last update of the day.
Oh, right. What's the deal with prompt caching?
This one is all about saving developers some cash. It's a small change, but trust me, it makes a big difference.
I'm always down to save a few bucks. Tell me more.
Have you ever noticed that when you're working with an AI, you end up repeating yourself?
Oh, all the time. Especially when I'm trying to make it nail a certain writing style.
Exactly. Well, with prompt caching, OpenAI will now recognize those repeated parts of your prompts, and they give you a discount for it.
Seriously, like it's cheaper because I'm reusing parts of a prompt.
You got it. Think of it like a frequent flyer program for AI.
Love that. So the more you use the API, the more you save.
You got it. The discounts can be pretty significant too, up to 50% off on those repeated parts of your prompts.
Wow. That's a pretty sweet deal. For people building chatbots or working with code where those prompts are often repeated, that's a game changer. OpenAI really went all out with these updates.
They're on a roll. Faster, more capable, more accessible, more affordable. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it.
It really is. We've gone from AI that could barely hold a conversation to AI that can understand pictures, have human-like conversations, even help us build websites, all in just a few years.
And who knows what's next? OpenAI is really pushing the limits here. It's an exciting time to be working in AI, that's for sure.
It really is. And to everyone listening, the big question is, what will you build with these new tools? The possibilities are limitless. This has been a really fascinating look at the future of AI, and we're just getting started. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep dreaming big.